people first meet me, they compliment one of two things. It's either my eyebrows or my ass. And I'm getting rid of As someone genetically blessed with thick and luscious eyebrows, I pose the question, how important are our brows? This video is intended for men, women, browboneless, browless, whoever has a face. Even the faceless, actually. You know what? The faceless, I'll try to entertain you by moving these brows as much as I can. Insert the Cadbury commercial. When I saw that commercial, I used to ask my dad, like, are they moving like that? I just looked like I had a stroke. No offense to stroke victims. Today's video will be divided into a few different sections. 1. Eyebrows in history and popular culture. How have eyebrows changed over time, and will they change in the future? 2. Eyebrows in me. How have eyebrows personally afflicted me and my past time in my own life? And putting my very own brow hairs on the line as they disintegrate to some bleach to find out once and for all, how much do our brow hairs really matter? And 3. Tips, tricks, and evidence. Now grab my hand, not your motherfucking sweaty hand, and let's take a walk together through history and have a look at where the brows came from and where the brows are going. I actually did some research for this video.
It all starts with Queen Liz being like, I think we could all pluck it off. And King Henry was like, yes, Queen, me too, bitch. Mate, you are fucking Lily Rose Depp, are you? Five-headed ass bitch. Yes, the 1920s were like, I see you and I'll raise you. One motherfucking line. What is she even combing her rights? Cause she didn't have any. However, I went looking and I realized that every single anime best girl and husband has those cross single brows down. Except for these bitches. Honestly, it's giving the two demons of Tumblr, Kara and Lucky. Oh my god. You know, I feel like he mogs more here. Yeah, currently... My god, that bird's so scary. Something's wrong in the British waters. But maybe they were inspired by ancient Greece. Did you know the women in ancient Greece liked a unibrow? Oh my god. I seriously think beauty gurus have messed us up. It's meant to be this to this. Not this to this. Look, we really have to thank the Egyptians, the original beauty gurus. They believed that coal liner had magical powers, and they still didn't give themselves a monobrow. And they had Cleopatra Mummy too. But honestly, there are some beautiful brows in art history, but they either are Bert or Ernie. Seriously, why is one of them bold? And the other, this.
Thank you for listening to my class presentation.
We pull out a book and have a look throughout history. It seems as if doing whatever the fuck you want is the best course of action.
It truly is crazy these trends just keep coming around. Like, again, we're going back to the no brows. Again.
I look back on the Egyptians and I think you guys were cool. They had everything going on. They had the culture down, they had the look down, they had the art down. Maybe it was those dark brows. If there was one religion that I think I'd ever subscribe to, it would probably be the Egyptian deities. I can see why every other culture was interested in Egypt. Like, it made sense. Did you know that there were actually Egyptian temples popping up in Rome, and I think Greece as well, where people were worshipping Egyptian deities? Isn't that crazy? The girls are really having a moment with bleaching their brow and having a different color brow hair. Some of us have taken it a bit too far. Ariana Grande.
But some of us be eating it up.
So, how have brows personally afflicted little old me? You may think, Tay-Tay, you are blessed with some of the thickest, most lush eyebrows I've ever seen. And you know what? You'd be correct. However, that's not always a blessing. For many years, I was afraid to touch my brow area. I was scared, okay? It was like the no-go zone. Mine was just kind of like a massive fucking blob stuck with some super glue in the middle of my forehead. Except the middle. You know, I at least had the decency in my mind to get rid of the middle of my eyebrow. But on my features, it made my whole face look more round. And then I kind of realized I gotta do something about this. I feel like before, my face was almost dominated by the full brow. And people say a full brow is amazing. Sure, a full brow is amazing if it matches your features or it's like in a good shape. Me personally, I think nearly everybody looks best with a straighter brow.
Whilst brows can be a unique feature, I just think a straighter brow is safe and usually good.
The Korean girlies and guys have so many comparisons for this is what their brows used to look like and this is what their brows look like now. This is what Elizabeth Ning used to look like and this is how she does her brows now.
So I bless you with the fortune of not plucking my brows for over an entire month, which pretty much never happens. Yesterday was literally my best friend's birthday and I was standing in the mirror like a fent addict. If I guess I wouldn't be standing if I was a fent addict. When you get any eyebrow hair on eyelid space, don't. To get more of like a chiseled face for men and women, if you take off the tail, it will lift your face up.
Think about the eyebrow shape like a Greek sculpture. Would Michelangelo take a sledgehammer and give it us David? I don't think so, okay? He took a little chisel and that is our tweezer to create the masterpiece that are the brows that rest on our face. All of this up here and this section down here, okay? I just fluff it up and hope for the best. Now that you saw that, let's get to some scientific experiments. 1:55 a.m. It's in Korean, obviously, because I live in Korea. I kind of don't want to do this, guys. I think there's 1 and 2. That looks like... I feel like I'm that overrice chef. This is if Van Gogh would burn Starry Night if he knew Starry Night's worth, you know? The mood of the eyebrow currently is Pebble Creek Ceiling, or Foam Man, or the mushroom from Ghostbusters. Marshmallow from Ghostbusters. This shit's burning like a bitch.
네, 괜찮아요.
I have made myself so unsexy, so unsettling looking. Can you imagine me being the cool guy in the back of the club? You'd be like, he's a motherfucking forehead. To those of you that say eyebrows don't matter, what have I done in it? What have I done? Yobi looks maxing. I'm out here looks minusing.
I need to dye these motherfuckers back immediately. As part of the research, I posted the selfie on my story. The results were... That shit looks good. I'm worried. No! Mama, I'm scared to leave this. No! What the fuck dye it back right now. I don't care. Let's go buy some eyebrow dye. I'm embarrassed to even go to the cash register to buy... I like how it's Giselle. Giselle's my favorite member, and then name me. What? Why? Why is it? Welcome back to class. Before we dive back the terrible decision that was made on my brows, let's have a look at some more scientific diagrams, shall we? Sorry guys, the Switch 2 reveal just came out. As we established in history, a fuller or darker brow is definitely the standard of attractiveness for nearly everybody if we're just going for, you know, the largest common denominator. We live in a world where we can be so thankful for TikTok filters that can actually help us determine a good eye shape for our face. For women, a higher and slightly thinner eyebrow gives a more youthful appearance. So if a woman wants to appear more edgier, a darker and lower set brow will give a bit more of a dominating appearance. And then for men, male attractiveness does not span the gamut of female attractiveness. We usually always typically want to have a more lower brow and slightly thicker. So if you look at these pictures here, you can see that if you have more of that anime tilted down brow, it gives off a more strong impression just by looking at these diagrams here. And if you have the inverse, so like an opposite anime brow, I guess it would give like an anxious expression. At least that's how our brains interpret it. So you kind of want to balance your eyebrow shape in between that. The big image that we see all the motherfucking time, and I am sick of seeing it, is like the handsome Squidward male image, and there's a very similar one for female. And this is like, you know, the golden standard for what humans can look like. And it looks fucking stupid on nearly anybody, okay? In terms of general standards, you want the eyebrow to start right here, at the corner of your eye, and end just after the end of your eye. So about here. In facial symmetry, this section of your face, if you want to have a more like angularly shaped face, this section you should always leave to be bright and open. So if you are naturally not blessed with any eyebrow hair, men or women, there have been like 2 major things that people recommend to get stronger eyebrow hair. I personally have not needed to use them, but there are a lot of studies that suggest topical minoxidil, which you have to be very careful of because also pets can be allergic and die from it on your eyebrow, and be very careful when you are applying it. That is the #1 most proven thing for hair growth. There are some studies that can suggest like pumpkin seed oil, rosemary oil can also maintain and boost the strength of your hair, but those things are not as set in stone as just purchasing minoxidil. As your benevolent guide to eyebrows today, I bring to you a case study of one of my friends. I come bearing evidence directly to you. Okay, we have some eyebrows here. As you see here, stop mugging us. Transform this all hunter eyes. So here we gotta cut the into a line. So find your golden symmetry circle.
Symmetry.
And
Symmetry.
just and the reveal. Stop moving. Even for myself, I didn't really think that changing my eyebrows with bleach would really create such a visual distinction on my face, but I feel like I've really messed something up, you know? This something on my face that grounded all of my features is gone missing. I do look a bit crackheady, don't you think? Thank you, Giselle. You better not whiplash. I need to take this shirt off. This was a nice one-day experiment, don't you guys think? Okay. Why is it bubbling? What is it? Oh, is that why it's called Hello Bubble? Oh. I looked for a just for men eyebrow dye. They did not have that. 100% satisfaction. Okay. Look, Giselle, I'm gonna give you some motherfucking whiplash if this doesn't work out, okay? I swear to God. You guys in the comments can tell me if you think I should have kept them or not, but I don't know if I trust y'all. I feel like somebody in the comments are gonna be praying for my downfall. I'm already feeling more like myself. I feel like my soul is re-entering my body. So if you've never really thought about your eyebrows, this is your sign that you really should. This is a little outro about my skincare video. It went super big. And I'm now like nearly on like 16,000 followers after like a few weeks, which is so crazy. I'm glad you love the vlogs. I put so much effort into them. However, people wanted to know what my skin looked like before I started doing that. And I have some photos. And my skin texture was not how it is now. Your support means so much to me. And I thank everybody for all their really kind comments on the video, as I didn't expect so much love and support. So thank you, everybody. I really appreciate it. Anyway, join me for more videos like this, style, fashion, tips, glow, vlogs in the future. And thank you for watching, and I'll see you again.